First, let's add some audio to the game. Click the main camera in the hierarchy and select Add Component. Create a new audio source component. Now let's open the player script in Visual Studio. We need to add the audio source as a variable. This audio source will be the location for which our clip will be played from. Then we need to create a new audio clip variable, which will be the clip of our actual sound. Now let's open the enemy script and add the same variables to the header. Now return to Unity and add the camera game object to the audio source in both scripts. Open the sound folder in the project panel. Drag in the two clips into the new clip variables in our enemy and player script. Now all we have to do is play the clip from our source using the play one shot function. Do the same for the enemy upon death. And let's run our game. Now let's create the game manager. We'll be using the game manager script to determine when the user has won the game. First, right-click in the project panel, navigate to Create, and select C# script. Name the script Game Manager. Then double-click the Game Manager to open it in Visual Studio. First, let's create a private integer variable named Alive Enemies. In our start function, we'll initialize our integer variable. Earlier, we created a tag for our enemy called enemy. We can access all of the game objects with this tag using the Find Game Objects with Tag function, using the tag that we created as the parameter. Set the alive enemies to the count of the return of this function. Next, create a private bool function named setAliveEnemies, taking an integer as a parameter. We'll call this function every time an enemy dies, resetting the current number of alive enemies to the new value. We also want to check to make sure that we still have some enemies alive. We'll also take care of that in this function. We will return true if there are more enemies still alive. Otherwise, we will return false, ending the game. First, subtract the change and set the new value of alive enemies. Then we'll write an if statement to check if there are still some enemies alive. We'll return true if there are and false if there aren't. Open the enemy script in Visual Studio. Add the game manager as a public variable in the class header. Then, after the enemy is destroyed, let's call our new setAliveEnemies function, setting the change equal to 1. Return to Unity and drag the game manager onto the enemy script. Let's test our game to make sure everything's working so far. Now let's create a menu that pops up when we win the game. Right-click in the hierarchy, navigate to UI, and select Canvas. Let's add a panel by right-clicking on the canvas, navigating to UI, and selecting Panel. Add a text element to this panel by right-clicking on the panel, navigate to UI, and select Text. Reposition the text so that it's in the middle of the screen. Let's increase the size and the dimensions of the rect transform. Position the text as needed. Return to the Game Manager script and add a new public game object variable named WinPanel. Let's activate this panel when there are no enemies left, using the setActive function on the WinPanel game object. Let's test our code. Finally, let's add some more enemies to our enemy formation by selecting the current enemy and pressing Ctrl D to duplicate our game object. In the next video, we'll be building the enemy resistance logic needed for our game.